Hi.
Morning.
Happy International Pirate Day.
Arr, we're talking like pirates all day long, don't
Well,
you
one
know?
of us is. I'm not good at the pirate
It's
thing.
easy. It's a piece of cake.
We're Ellis and Tyler from the Z88.3 Morning Show, and we believe how you start your day matters. And so we love to share just positive things and actually really hear from you positive ways to start the day.
Right. I can tell you when I was growing up, one thing I loved doing, and my mom started us on this, was basically getting everything ready the night before, which for us meant fixing lunch, having it all ready and laid out, having our books and bags, everything by the front door so we didn't have to worry about that in the morning.
It cuts down on so much of that chaotic stress, trying to figure out what to wear and all that stuff. I think what helps, my daughter actually helped me write a list of 10 things, positive ways to start the day. She said, of course, the Z, listening to positive music.
That helps.
Praying, starting your day with God and saying good morning to Him and asking Him to kind of be in charge of the day was always a good thing. Hi, Karina. Thanks for checking in and saying hi.
Yeah, and quiet, just having that quiet time where you can just be in God's presence and just de-stress. It seems like just taking those few minutes in the morning can just dictate how the rest of the day goes.
Totally. Hi, Nicole. Good morning. Thanks for saying hello. We are talking about positive ways to start the day, maybe practices that you have in your life that might be helpful. I was going to the convention center on Saturday. I just left my house. It's early. There's not a lot of cars on the road. I was driving my rental car because my car was in the shop. I dropped my makeup bag. I dropped my makeup bag. Stuff went flying everywhere. So I'm doing that dance of looking at the red light, looking at my stuff, looking at the red light, looking at the stuff. I looked down 1 second to pick up something, my mascara or something, and this guy behind me, I guess the light turned green, laid on the horn.
Oh.
So, I mean, he was just, you could tell he was mad at me, and I was like, I'm so sorry. It was maybe 3 seconds. But I thought sometimes, for so many of us, we start the day angry. We start the day stressed out. And there are things that we can do, like praying, like having quiet time, that can really just get our hearts and our mind in the right place so we don't start off so stressed out.
Right. And it seems like once you start off that way, it's hard to let it go.
Yeah.
So it seems like the best thing to do is just avoid it altogether. Just think about the things that make you happy. Think about the things you enjoy. Put yourself in your happy place when you start your day.
I love what Emma Grace said. She's 9. She said one way to start the day in a positive way is to find out ways how you can encourage someone else. When you encourage someone, you automatically are encouraged yourself. When you can find and look for people to say good morning to or smile at, then it can really change their day and yours at the same time.
Right. Hey, good morning, Wanda. Wanda just showed up.
Hey,
Glad
Wanda.
to have you here on board.
Welcome.
Right. And by the way, if you're just tuning in, we're just talking about just ways to start your day in a positive way. It really means so much. I can tell you for me and Tyler, I think one thing we do when we both get here is we make sure we say good morning to each other. If there's anything that's got me bothered, I try to leave it outside.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother her. It doesn't get us worked up. And I think I do a pretty good job of that most of the time.
You do a great job. Nicole works for her to listen to the Z and just encouraging music. I like that because what we're putting in to our mind and our hearts and our ears, it's what's going to come out many times. And so positive music definitely helps me as well. Wanda said gratitude and love, just having an overall feeling of gratitude. Can you pass me that bag? That's right there.
This one? Okay.
We had a friend, because I think another way to start the day in a positive way is to end it. Being able to get enough rest, which I'm horrible at. Ellis goes to bed at like 8 o'clock at night, sometimes 7:30. I go to bed at 11 o'clock at night.
I don't know how she does it.
And I've been having alarm issues for 2 weeks now, and my friend Arthur brought this. It's an old school alarm. Because he's having issues too. And so I'm excited to try this tonight. It'll probably scare me to wake up to this, but it just reminds me of how important it is to get enough rest and how that can really play into how you feel all day long.
Right. Our friend Karina said she starts the day with Z88.3 and the positive music helps her a lot. That's awesome. Maria says she starts the day by thanking God every morning. Sometimes just stopping and appreciating the good things in your life and the blessings in your life and just thanking God for it can just take you so far.
Because you could go the other way. You could start listing all that's going bad and all that you have to deal with today and all that your heart is hurting for these many reasons. And instead of turning it around and saying, well, what's good? What's good today? Elena's a school teacher. Thank you for doing what you do. She starts the day by praying. And I think that is, if you start your day that way and end your day that way, then he's going to take care of all that we're going through, right?
True that. Hey, got to say good morning to Veronica. She says good morning, Tyler and Ellis. Oh, we're so glad to have you here,
Hi.
Veronica. Karina says she's busy thinking about her upcoming trip. That's keeping her happy. She's
Good.
actually coming from the Netherlands to Orlando coming up in October. That's a great trip.
Yeah, we're excited to see you. What do you think about exercise, Ellis? Don't you think that if you incorporate some kind of exercise, getting your heart rate up throughout the day in a healthy way, not like stress, that can help you just kind of the endorphins that can help in a positive way?
I can tell you there are mornings when I've actually gone out and gone walking, gone biking, or hit the
Which
gym.
is really early to do it before the show.
3 a.m. is when the time I would go out and do this stuff. But the mornings I come in after I do that, I don't know what it is. I'm just charged.
Yeah.
I'm upbeat. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm kind of kicking and screaming on the way over to the gym. But once I come back, man, I am in so much better shape.
Nicole said, also say thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. That's huge. Thank you for breath today.
Thank you so much. Hey, good morning, Darius. He's checking in with us this morning. So glad to have you here. And by the way, if you're just checking in, we're just talking about positive ways to start your day. Just little things you can do that can just de-stress and make your day so much better.
I don't know if you've tried this one, but Emma Grace, again, she's my idea.
Your daughter is just a wealth of ideas.
She's very positive, and she thinks it's important to sing and dance at least once a day. Like just turn on the radio and dance around, and yeah, she's constantly singing. She's either singing or humming or let's see. Look at this. I feel better watching you dance.
See there?
And that just once a day you should sing and dance, and that it can really just makes you feel good.
And I gotta tell you, I think another thing that just makes me feel good is just thinking about others that need help and what I can do. Because sometimes we can get mired in our own things that are going on in their lives. There may be things we can't do anything about right now except put it in God's hands. But one thing you can do is look at others who need help, who are in situations worse than yours, and ask yourself and look for ways maybe you can help. And I'm telling you, there's something about helping other people who are really in need. Boy, it just lifts you and makes you feel so good.
Amen. I love that. Christina starts her day with her morning devotion, and if you don't have a devotion book that you use, I use Jesus Calling, and I really love it. There's just so many different options of books, reading the Bible, but if you need to get into a devotion, it's something quick that you can do in the morning. It just really does set your mind in the right place. So we're thankful that we get to start each weekday morning with you, a positive start to your day. Even when we're grouchy and in a bad mood, we're praying that God would speak through us, and it wouldn't be us, that it would be God's encouragement that you hear every morning, because we do start the day grouchy sometimes and not feeling well or not getting enough sleep. And so our prayer is that that we're going through this with you, that we're on this journey together, and that we desperately want to start our day in a positive way, and we want you to feel that too, and we want to encourage you and your family to be positive too. It's I love what another thing that Emma Grace said is that if you're having a difficult time, try to think positive, and if it's not going well, try again until it happens, because our mind is so powerful. Our mind, so many times, our thoughts will turn into our actions. Our thoughts will turn into our mind could ruin the day for us. And so to really train ourselves to think in a positive way. And that is the challenge today. Think positive.
Go for it. Well, before we get out of here, I just got to share what Wanda says. She says, praise and worship always sets the tone.
Amen.
True that, my girl. Hey, high five. High five.
Woo!
There you are. I
love you guys.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning.
You encouraged us.
Yeah, look at that. See, look at us. We're all positive. We're ready to take on the day.
Let's go dance.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Join us tomorrow morning right here at Z88.3. We'll be sharing some of your things on the radio.
And we have Aquatica tickets to give away at 8:40.
Oh, that's right. Right. 8:40 tomorrow morning. Make sure you listen. Can't wait to hear from you then, all right? So you guys have a great day.